What we're going to cover in this video is what I call the real man trap, and it's a pitfall that so many men who are inexperienced with women tend to fall into if they don't really know what they're doing. And I know this because I made this mistake and it ultimately ended up losing the respect of the girl who I was dating at the time. So last night I was scrolling on TikTok, because I'm not perfect. I was being a bit of a loser up late scrolling on TikTok, but it is what it is. And I saw this one video of this girl who was like dancing in the club, holding a bottle, and the caption on the video was like, when you're in a relationship, but you can go out to the club and party because your boyfriend is a real man. Now, I want you to think right now, if you were put in this scenario, what would you do? If you're watching this video, I think you're a type of guy who has a lot of respect for himself, and you're thinking like, yeah, obviously I wouldn't want my girlfriend out at the club popping bottles with a bunch of single dudes. Like, that's just completely unacceptable. But you would be shocked at how many guys actually fall for something like this. And this is why we're calling it the real man trap. Because I remember I was dating this one girl, it was maybe 3.5 years ago. And she asked me, hey, I want to go to this one frat party with some of my friends. And of course I was like, well, no, like, we're in a relationship together. So I don't really think that's acceptable. I think that, you should not do something like that. But then she told me, oh, but if you were a real man and you were just secure in yourself, then you would feel completely fine with me going out. Now, if a girl does something like this, it's very smart. It's a manipulation tactic, but I will say it is very smart. She's basically calling your masculinity into question. She's saying, if you don't let me go out, I know you're not confident in our relationship. I know that you are not secure in yourself, and I know that you are not a man. So then the expectation that you're thinking is like, well, shit, I don't want to be like her to think I'm a bitch. Like, I want to be a man. I don't want to seem weak. So you cave into it. But that is the worst possible thing that you can do in this scenario. What you have to do instead is you have to have the ability of what we're going to call to hold frame, right? If a girl is going to say something that is not right, that shouldn't be happening, you have to be willing to stay in your beliefs and not cave them in just because you're scared of losing a girl. That's why so many guys are completely whipped by the girls that they are dating. It's all because they just don't have the balls to stick in their beliefs, to say what they mean and to mean what they say, because they're so worried about like, oh, what if I lose her? Oh, what if she doesn't respect me anymore? Bro, you know that this is not something that's acceptable when you're in a relationship. You know that like, yeah, I'm not going to go out and flirt with other girls when I'm in a relationship. I'm not going to go out and party and do all this stuff. So yeah, of course I'm going to expect my partner to do the same. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's just having boundaries. So you need to have the balls that when you're in this situation to stay where you're at and just say like, no, honestly, I don't really think that's appropriate. Now, here's the thing. I'm not saying you should control your girlfriend, okay? Because the truth is, if you feel the need to control your partner all the time and stop them from doing things and telling them, oh, you can't go to this party, oh, you can't hang out with that person, oh, you can't do this, that is controlling, and she has a right to be a little mad at you for doing that because you are controlling her, and that's not right. So the better way to approach it is to always have the ability to walk away. If you feel that you're put in a situation like this where a girl is saying, I want to go out to a party, but you're like, no, I don't think you should do it. You don't directly tell her, no, you can't go out to this party, you can't do this, because that's controlling. That's telling her what to do. What you do instead is you just say, hey, to be honest, like, I'm not going to go out to parties all the time, and I just don't really want my girlfriend to be doing that. And, so you can go do whatever you want, but just know that if you do it, it's not going to really make me feel appreciated. And when you put it this way, right, you're giving her the ability to choose. And then she'll either choose, yeah, she'll say, yeah, you know what, you really are right. Okay, yeah, I'm not going to go do that. And that's what, a good partner would do. Or she's going to go, oh, yeah, I'll just go out and party and then you'll just be at home, right? And then you'll know that she's not the right girl for you. It's really that simple. So you have to give your partner the ability to make their own decisions, right? If someone's going to cheat on you, they're going to cheat on you. There's nothing you can do to stop it. It is what it is. And I know that sounds like a bit of a harsh reality, a bit nihilistic, but it's just the truth. And to kind of finish off this video, the final point I want to make. If you're put in this situation, they're probably just not the right girl for you. Like if you're a young man who's focused on improving himself, going to the gym, leveling up, and you're having to tell a girl like, no, I don't think you should go out and party all the time. No, I don't think you should have guy friends. Bro, she's just not the right girl for you. It's that simple. Because I know someone's gonna like take this video out of context and go, oh, he's saying that all women are like this. That's not what I'm saying at all. There's a lot of high value women. There's a lot of high quality women that would make great girlfriends. And those are the type of girls that you should date. But you should not date the type of girls who want to go out and party all the time. Because they're just gonna be a distraction. Getting in a relationship can be a great thing, but it can also be something that brings you down. And if you find the right person, someone who helps you level up, then they're absolutely going to add to your life. But if you're having to tell them all the time, don't go party, don't do this, it's just not the right relationship and you should walk away. So yeah, if you found this video helped you, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And also you can go check out my community in the description where you can, join and help support my brand and get more videos and stuff in there and get my advice. But yeah, it's just a place for people to connect. So feel free to check that out if you want. And if not, just like and subscribe so more people can see these videos and more young men can improve. But yeah, I'll see you for the next video, bro.